Wednesday. Wednesday kept losing her voice today for some reason. I think it's because I was singing too much this morning. But I will do my best. So today was meant to be a proper cool video because Wednesday was supposed to go to Alton Towers, and so Wednesday was going to have another cool Wednesday goes to Alton Towers video, which I still remember because that was the funnest video I've made. So Wednesday was supposed to be going to Alton Towers. But then the UK decided to have a big party, and then a lot of snow arrived overnight, and so the video kind of failed a bit. My arm aches already. I'd forgotten how heavy this can get. So instead, here's what Wednesday did on Wednesday video. Yeah, it's not very interesting because Danny was supposed to be coming to Alton Towers with us for the first time. We got in the car at 6 in the morning. Oh, okay, actually I wasn't out of bed till 6:10. So I got out of bed at 6:10 and had a bit of a cup of tea, and then we were in the car about 6:30. Took an hour to get to Pudsey. Should have took 20 minutes max. At that time in the morning, actually we did hit rush hour. Okay, it should have took 20 minutes. That was it. It took an hour. So it was a bit snowy this morning and it was a bit bad. And we were a bit like, should we turn around because it's going to be snowy? But then it was like, no, the M1 will be fine. You know, it's just all the going into Leeds anyway, and because the gritters weren't out yet. And then it took about 5 hours to get to Matlock, where Dad works, which is in Derbyshire. Matlock's about 40 minutes from Alton Towers, so the plan was that we would drop Dad at work. It should have took about an hour 40, so we sat at Dad's work for a bit. On the way into Matlock, actually, it was the worst bit when there was like a bit of a blizzard and a bit of a white out. You actually couldn't see out the car, you just saw this big white sheet in front of you for parts of it, so that was quite scary. And then there was a bit when we were all queuing just after Slack Hill, and we'd thankfully got over it, so we weren't stuck on the actual hill, but we were stuck just over there, and we were stuck between all these trees in this long line of traffic, and the trees kept throwing cannonballs of snow at us. So instead of 40 minutes, it then took us about 2 hours. It wasn't too bad. It took us about 2 hours to get to Alton Towers from Matlock, which some of it had been green, you know, just nice green fields, no snow in sight. That was quite weird. And then we hit where there was a few snow drifts. You couldn't see the wall at the side of the road apparently, so we all had to turn around. So there was a lot of snow there, but most of that was quite green. But about half an hour away from Alton Towers, I was on Twitter and it's like, oh, Alton Towers is closed. But we figured, we're Sayers, you know, well, Sayers plus Danny, so we'll go anyway, because then we can say we got there, even in all this inclement weather. With a blizzard. We kind of were determined to get there, but yeah, we got there, and then we went into the hotel just to warm up a bit because it was cold in the snow, and we liked the hotel, and we stayed at the water park, and we're like, why didn't we bring swimsuits? So that was about that. Then we got in the car to come back home, and the journey back was a lot better. Actually, when we got back home, the snow had disappeared. You know, it took an hour to get from our house to Pudsey this morning because of all this horrendous snow, but we got home and it was disappeared. There was nothing. There wasn't even like a bit of slush on the pavements still left over. It had just gone. Yeah, we had KFC on the way home. We ate our picnic in the car while we were waiting at the queue for the snowdrift before we turned around. It's actually been a good day. So yeah, I'll go to Alton Towers another day. I love Alton Towers. They dealt with it pretty well. I mean, if they had power cuts and trees falling over and all that, then yeah, they probably had a fairly good reason to close. At least they tried. So I feel sorry for them. It was so pretty in the snow though. I should have opened it just so I could get a picture of all the snow. Song of the day is Enjoy Yourself because it came on the radio in the car and I like the song. Do we have to do each week? I can't remember, I'm so tired. It's ridiculous how much sitting in the car all day actually trains you. Right. So yeah, bye.